Welcome back to Digital Photography Masterclass. In the last session, we discussed about the different types of cameras available to us. If any of you missed that session, the link is provided for you in the description. In the second session, we are going to discuss about the different types of lenses and its uses. This will give you a fair idea about what lens to use for different genre of photography and when to use them. You must have probably heard in more than one occasion that the secret to capturing great images is the photographer, not the camera. That's definitely true, but to some extent. If you're talented and lucky enough, you could take your decades-old compact camera, capture some striking images, share them on your photography website, and make a living out of your outstanding work. However, more often than not, you will need to invest in some professional gear in order to keep improving your skills and take your photography to the next level. The kit lens that you got when you bought your camera might suffice for some time, but eventually you will start dreaming of bigger challenges that require different type of camera lenses. This is a natural outcome that comes with finding your style and passion, and yearning for the tools to bring your ideas to life. Whether you as a beginner and learner are looking to expand your equipment kit or simply wondering which is the best lens for your specific niche, you have come to the right place and are watching the right video. Here we will learn about the different types of camera lenses and when to use them. Standard lenses. We will start with standard lenses. Now, what are standard lenses? These lenses have a mid-range focal length, usually between 35 mm and 85 mm. These lenses offer a fairly accurate representation of what the human eye sees, both in terms of visual angle and perspective. As a result, images are perceived as more natural than those taken with other types of lenses. Also known as normal lenses, their human-like viewpoint is especially valuable in documentary projects such as street, portrait, and travel photography. Beyond these genres, this lens is considered a standard lens that every professional photographer must have in their equipment. Out of the many options, the 50 mm prime lens, popularly referred to as Nifty 50, is the preferred gear choice among professionals and amateurs alike. Telephoto lenses. Telephoto lenses have a long focal length, starting at 85 mm, and allow you to take pictures of subjects from a distance thanks to their magnification. They are significantly heavier and bigger than other types of lenses, and more than often require the use of camera accessories such as tripods or monopods. Since depth of field is inversely proportional to focal length, these lenses inherently produce very narrow focal planes. This makes short telephoto lenses, example 85 mm to say 200 mm, especially useful for portrait photography, as the background appears completely blurred. In other types of photography, they offer the ability to get close-up shots from a significant distance. This is what makes these lenses so popular among a variety of fields such as sports and wildlife photography. Wide-angle lenses. Wide-angle lenses are those with a short focal length, commonly ranging from 14 to 35 mm. The broader field of view allows you to capture more of the scene in a single exposure. Because of this, wide-angle lenses are particularly popular in architectural and landscape photography. One of the key features of these type of camera lenses is their ability to create a large depth of field. This allows the photographer to capture shots where most of the scene is razor sharp. On the downside, the shorter the focal length is, the more distortion you will see in your images. While you can use the editing software to correct this issue, it's recommended to avoid placing elements near the frame to minimize the damage. Fisheye lenses. Fisheye lenses are ultra-wide angle lenses with a focal length between 4 mm to 14 mm. They are most commonly used in abstract photography, as a unique mapping gives the image a convex appearance that distorts straight lines. The lowest focal length can result in circular images that provide a 180-degree view. As you might have guessed, their name comes from their similarity to the fish eyes. You can see in the frontal element of the lens that it bows forward to offer a panoramic view. While the singularity of this type of camera lens makes them unsuitable for most projects, they are a wonderful tool to bring your creative photography ideas to life. Macro lenses. Macro lenses have a unique internal structure that allows them to capture close-ups with accurate detail, sharpness and contrast. The purpose of this type of lens is to display subjects at life size or larger. They are primarily used to capture beautiful nature photos, but are also significantly popular in the fields such as product and fine art photography. The focal length of macro lenses usually varies between 35 mm and 200 mm. However, many prefer telephoto lens as being far from the subject, which makes it easier to illuminate the scene. Regardless of the distance a photographer is from the subject, macro lenses do not perform well in far distances. In other words, you won't be able to get a sharp focus in broad frame. Tilt-shift lenses. Tilt-shift lenses can be tilted and shifted to manipulate the vanishing points of the scene. This is achieved by modifying the position of the optics in relation to the camera sensor. They are used to alter perspectives and reduce lens distortion, as well as to focus selectively. This type of lens is not commonly used by the regular public, but rather in specialized photography careers such as architectural photography and fine art photography. Prime versus zoom lenses. Prime lenses have a fixed focal length, while zoom lenses provide a range of focal lengths you can easily change. Both of them have their strengths and weaknesses, and you will likely end up with both types of camera lenses in your equipment. Because they do not have internal moving parts other than the diaphragm, prime lenses tend to be cheaper and lighter, as well as having better optical quality than zoom lenses. On the downside, you won't be able to get closer or further from the subject without physically moving. Zoom lenses are much more flexible and allow you to take pictures of a wide range of subjects without having to change your gear. However, zoom lenses tend to be slower and rarely match the perfection in quality of prime lenses. Fast versus slow lenses. The speed of a lens is determined by its aperture. Fast lenses offer wide apertures such as f1.2 and up, while slow lenses usually only support up to f4. The wider the aperture, the better the lens will perform in low light conditions, and the narrower the depth of field you will be able to achieve. Since photography is all about light, hence the name, you should always aim to use a faster lens, especially if you want to become a professional photographer. Their only downside is the price tag, as each additional stop can easily double the price of the lens. Hopefully now you know and have learnt about the different types of camera lenses. We would be doing more sessions on the different types of lenses in detail for better understanding. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and of course press the bell icon for notifications. Till we meet next, have a wonderful time. Thank you.